Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. Welcome to Extra Crispy, man. For today's video, we got an article by Bleacher Report titled "The Cutthroat Trade Every NBA Fan Base Hates to Think About." So it's gonna be one trade, gonna be a list of every single team that just, if you're a fan of the team, you're like, ooh, I don't really want to do that. So we're gonna check these out, see if they're actually good trades or not. And yeah, man, let's get going on it. So the first one we have here is the Atlanta Hawks moving Okongwu for win now help. See, I literally just made a video talking about how I want Okongwu to start. But this is different because this ain't like John Collins, man. But, you know, if you got Clint Capella, they want to commit to him and everything like that, which Capella is a very good player. But I'm just, like, looking at the roster, I'm just like, what do they really need, you know? Like, I would just rather have Okongwu be used as a backup for now, if that's the case, right? Next up, we have Boston Celtics trading Jaylen Brown before unrestricted free agency. I don't know, man. I will say, if you start tossing Jaylen Brown too many trade rumors, all that's going to happen is he's going to get pissed off. He's going to believe in. I think, like, Jaylen wants to be in Boston, but I don't think anybody wants to be underappreciated, right? You know, like Miles Turner, some of his comments about always being a Pacer trade, where he's like, man, like, do they like not see me as like that type of guy? So I'll be careful with Jaylen on this one. Celtics management, just because, you know, you don't want to. You guys got a good thing going over there. Next up, we have Brooklyn Nets getting less than a Rudy Gobert-like return for Kevin Durant. This I actually really agree with, because when it comes down to it, you know, the Timberwolves, they overpaid for Gobert. Like, Gobert is a great player, but they overpaid compared to, you know, how Gobert, you know, relates to other talent in the NBA. Like, that was a lot they gave up, and just because that happens does not automatically mean everybody else should be, you know, offered up for $1 billion first-round draft picks and stuff like that. Fact of the matter is that the Timberwolves paid a premium, they were willing to pay it, and you gotta look at its own separate thing. So, do I think Kevin Durant is worthy of a trade amount similar to Rudy Gobert? Maybe to an extent, but the asking price has been ridiculous. We got Charlotte Hornets giving up draft capital to move Gordon Hayward's contract. Honestly, this one I'm okay with. You know, the draft for Mark Williams, they got book night the season before and everything like that. You know, obviously they got LaMelo Ball on the team. At some point, you want to, you know, focus on signing the right guys. You no longer want to build via the draft, because then you're just like never really going to totally, like, I don't know, man. I think they got enough draft picks. They got enough young players and stuff like that. It's time to fill in some of the other holes on the team. Get some veteran help next to LaMelo Ball. And Gordon, you're a basketball player, but you're not that guy for this team. It's just how it is. Chicago Bulls moving Patrick Williams in a panic trade. Ain't really nothing to panic about. This team, you know, the reason that they weren't as good as they could have been even more last season, winning the big games, because Alonzo Ball and Patrick Williams being out with injury a lot of the time. I'd much rather them look to move Vooch or somebody like that, but I would not move Patrick Williams. I think it fits in exactly what this team's doing. Cleveland Cavaliers, a Colin Sexton sign and trade. I think Cavs fans would probably be more interested in getting something back for Colin Sexton as opposed to just like another team, you know, offering him a contract and not getting anything back for him. I would actually say this is a pretty, like, win scenario for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Unless, I don't know, man, like, I think Cavalier fans, I think a lot of them want Colin Sexton back to an extent, but I could also see, too, where that could be kind of be a big-time risk. So, I'm not really sure. What y'all think this man's trade value is? Dallas Mavericks, Luka Doncic being the next superstar to ask out. I don't really think this is going to happen. At least not anytime soon. I don't think this is happening anytime soon. So I don't think we got to worry about that one over in Dallas. Denver, having to trade Michael Porter if injury issues persist. Honestly, you know, if Michael Porter goes in the next season, has reoccurring back injuries and stuff like that, if I'm a Denver fan, I actually want him to be traded at that point, because it's like, you know, at this point, you know, you have a two-time MVP on the team. The team, you know, hasn't really been able to reach its full potential because of injuries. Like, I would be okay if I was a Denver fan to move on from that at that point, right? So what y'all think? The Detroit Pistons getting pennies on the dollar for Killian Hayes. See, the reason I don't see this really happening is, I think, you know, worst case scenario is the Detroit Pistons would be super happy using Killian Hayes as a backup point guard. He's somebody that could play with Ivy and Cade. And while his scoring isn't the greatest, he does a lot of other really good things that can help you win basketball games. I honestly love the idea of him as a backup point guard for this team. Now, if there's a team out, that's the thing. It's like, I don't see any reason why the Pistons do this, you know? Unless it's a team where it's like, oh, we like what Killian Hayes has, we want him to start for our team. It's not going to happen in Detroit necessarily, so we'll trade something for him. But I don't think the Pistons are giving up for pennies on the dollars. We got Golden State, an inevitable salary dumping move. Yeah, that would be, moving on from one of the three being Wiggins, Poole, or Draymond Green. I don't know which one it's going to be, if I'm being quite honest. Long-term approach, you're looking at that being Draymond. Short-term approach, though, I mean, having Klay Thompson on the team and Wiggins at the 3, Draymond at the 4, like, you're going to be paying Jordan Poole to be a bench player? I mean, that's just how I look at it. I'm not saying you don't deserve the money, but it's all about the window for the team. Houston Rockets, a Kevin Porter Jr. trade if no contract extension is reached. This one's going to be interesting because I'm honestly kind of been a fan of Kevin Porter at the point guard spot. Like, it took a while for me to warm up to it, but I think he's gotten better at passing and stuff like that. I'm very curious what value he's going to put on himself compared to what the Houston Rockets do for him. So, yeah, that's definitely going to be a fun story to watch play out. Indiana Pacers using Russell Westbrook to go full rebuild. I mean, I'm not just taking on Russell Westbrook if I'm the Pacers. Like, if they want to go and get some draft capital back or some young players, then I think that is actually the right move. But it's all about the trade package, because just because the Lakers are offering up Russell Westbrook doesn't mean there's not other teams out there that can offer up something better for Miles Turner and or Buddy Hield. We got the Clippers splitting up Leonard George if title run falls short in 2023. It depends how it falls short. I think the context to that, like, if they go out there like choke and stuff like that, it's like, damn, like, this ain't just gonna work, then I could see it. If it's because of more injuries, I don't know, man. Like, it's gonna be an interesting season for the Clippers. Lakers, the LeBron James dilemma. So this is going to be about his contract extension. Yeah, I don't see LeBron getting traded or nothing like that, but we'll see. Memphis Grizzlies, consolidating young talent to chase a title. That I can actually be okay with. If you have a 12-man rotation or something like that, but you only want a 9-man rotation, and those bottom 3 guys are still really good, but you can still kind of form them or combine them with other players in a trade to make your team even better. It's not a bad route to go. Miami Heat, giving up Bam Adebayo for Kevin Durant. Yeah, they shouldn't do that. Because I'm just trying to think, like, what are they going to do at center then? Like, they are going to be stuck. They are going to be stuck. And I think with having Tyler Hero, back healthy and everything this upcoming season, what Bam brings defensively to the team, I think is more important than what Kevin Durant can bring offensively to the team, because of some of the offensive players on the team like Tyler Hero already. Not saying he's as good as KD offensively, but I think Bam's really important to this Miami Heat squad. Milwaukee Bucks using Brook Lopez as a salary match. Depends what they get back. In it. But, I think Bobby Portis can hold down the center for a season if needed. But, yeah, it would have to be like a trade worthy of getting rid of Brook Lopez to make them better. Minnesota, Jaden McDaniels pricing himself into a trade. Yo, I know Minnesota fans, they are all about Jaden McDaniels. Like, I did a rebuild about a few weeks ago, and I got roasted for trading this man in the video. Fair enough, though. But, yeah, I think this is definitely a case where we've seen some promising things with him, but we got to see him more to the extent of, it depends what he's asking for money-wise. Because if he's asking for money like he's already proven himself, I think that's going to kind of be the issue and everything. Pelicans, giving up Brandon Ingram in a Kevin Durant trade. Yeah, I want to do that. Right? Yeah, I want to do that. If it was straight up, I still don't think I would do it. I don't know, man. I don't know. Kevin Durant's age makes it weird. New York Knicks giving up the farm for Donovan Mitchell. Yep, I'm going to equate this to when they traded for Carmelo Anthony. Same song and dance. Do not give up everything to get one guy there. They will have nothing left. OKC cashing in future picks. Come on, they got like $1 trillion picks. If they want to go out there and add some additional depth. But you actually look at the team. You look between Shea, Giddey, Dort. I assume probably like Baisley, also like Baisley there in OKC, having him at the 4 spot and Chet at the 5. Yeah, man, we'll see what they do. Orlando Magic choosing between Cole Anthony and Jalen Suggs. Well, they kind of have to, because, they already got Markelle Fultz. I mean, honestly, like, I still like Cole Anthony as, like, a bulk scorer off the bench for a winning championship team. But I could see also where the Magic fans like him as, like, their starting point guard, too. Like, that's cool. But they got too many guards. Gotta make some choices. 76ers, futures of Tobias Harris and Matisse Thybulle. Well, Tobias got that future of that bitch-ass contract. Still put up a good season, though. I don't know how many years is left on it. And it sounds like Matisse probably could be gone at some point. Like, I've heard him in mini train rumors. Phoenix Suns giving up everything possible for Kevin Durant. That's probably not going to happen now with DeAndre Ayton. Don't really see it happening. But, maybe they're still interested in, I know Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson and some picks and things like that. But even at that point, I don't know, maybe you consider it. Maybe. I really like Mikal Bridges. Portland, Dame time eventually running out. I think this season is going to give us a good indicator where exactly Dame time is at. Sacramento Kings, panic trading Keegan Murray for veteran help. This team will get roasted so hard, man, if they trade the summer league MVP. There's no way this man gets traded. And what would that trade even be? Like, I'm trying to think, like, what would that trade actually look like? I mean, honestly, I would prefer them to trade like Harrison Barnes, you know, maybe even toss in like Davion Mitchell or something like that and try to upgrade that way. But I would not get rid of Keegan Murray. Spurs, the impending fire sale. I think they've kind of already did that with the DeJounte Murray trade, although they got quite a few first-round picks back for it. Toronto, including Scotty Barnes and Kevin Durant, that's not going to happen. That entire fan base and management, they're too big on Scotty Barnes. If they would have done it, would have happened by now. Utah Jazz, the looming Donovan Mitchell to New York Knicks trade. Well, they end up getting 6 first-round picks out of it. I'm sure they won't be too sad about it. Washington Wizards, inevitable Bradley Beal trade. Now that he has control. Yeah, but we've been talking about Bradley Beal being traded for 4 years now. Sounds like he wants to be there, so I think that will be fine. But guys, that is the end of the video. What y'all think about these scenarios right here? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you all so much for watching, and peace out, my friends.